y'all, XR student here. So my dad gave me a circular saw blade a while ago because it was rusty and old. I painted it, and that's actually an old video of mine, but I really don't like how it turned out. My original sketch was way different than how it actually turned out, so I think that's why I've never really liked it. One of my goals I want to stick to this year is being better at illustrating and painting, so I decided to be ambitious and repaint the saw blade. It took a while, but I finally decided on this sketch of a mermaid. Because she could bend due to her tail, I figured that'd be a great composition to swirl around the circular shape that we have of the saw blade. Normally I paint things purple or blue, and I kind of stuck to that color palette, but in my mind I wanted to have a gray tail and light purple hair. It's something different that I don't really do, and I just wanted to try it. When I do acrylic painting, I just try blocking in the colors. I know that this part has to be gray, so I make everything gray in that shape. Then I know this part has to be purple, so I make everything purple in that shape. Later, I worry about highlights and shading and little details. I just want to get it blocked off, so in my mind I know where my character is and how I could change it if I want to later. I think because I've been doing my daily drawings on YouTube Shorts, it's been helping me a lot with developing my style and being more confident in my strokes or little design elements I'll put in. But something I haven't been practicing is how to convert it into something like a marker drawing or a painting. And I want to learn how to do that, so this was my first attempt at really trying that and seeing how I would go about that. When it comes to my acrylic paint, I really want it to flow nicely like marker ink. I don't want any stops. I need it to flow nicely so my paint stroke has a nice shape to it each time. It's when you have that tougher, more frictiony acrylic that I get really annoyed with because it's not doing what I want it to. So clearly I like this paint because it's working the way I need it to. I was trying to go in with different tints and shades of this color, so then 1, there would be highlights, 2, you could kind of see different strands. I'm not trying to go for realism. I definitely want to keep it more cartoony, illustrative, like my style, but I think it makes a piece more interesting when there's more detail to it. Of course, I wanted to make the background a beautiful ocean blue, but I didn't want it to just be blue. Later, I wanted to add some details like cute little starfish and seashells and little trinkets that a mermaid would find at the bottom of the ocean to make it not so flat. I wanted these little pieces to be either darker or lighter than the ocean color, just slightly, so you barely see it, but it's there, and it's just a fun little texture to add to the background. I've been really inspired by looking at a bunch of illustrations and seeing how much detail people put into it, and I want to also do that. I don't really have a particular paintbrush that I like using. I just try picking a small one for small details, and then I pick a bigger one to fill in big spaces. For my main brush, I usually try sticking with a size of 3 or 4, I think. It's just mainly, will the tip eventually let me go really small if I lift up on the pressure? I just want to be able to control it well and do the tiny lines I need to or fill in big spaces. Now we're up to my favorite part, wispy hair. Just making flowy hair everywhere. That adds more of the detail and the whimsy and the beautiful hair in water reaction. I just want it to look like you're floating and in beautiful hair. And we're adding colorful wisps in as some highlights or just little strands. For the skin, I didn't want to do normal skin color. I thought it'd be fun to mix whatever colors I had on the palette, but make it very light, so then there'd be some contrast between the dark hair and the dark tail. I think this periwinkle that I made draws in all of the colors that are currently on the saw blade. And even with the skin, I just wanted to get majority of colors in, starting off with dark where I know the shadows would be, going lighter on top for where the light would be hitting it. Eventually, I'd go in darker or lighter where it was needed and add the little details to make it look more like the character's features. Once I got the skin done, I wanted to go back in with some hair wisps to add fun details. I like adding a lot of the wisps all over my character's face and air around them to just make it crazy and windblown and fun. To easily transition from skin to scale, I just dabbed some gray on there so then it looked like it was slowly fading into one. And with the fin, we're doing the same thing of adding shading and tints to add more of that detail and visual interest. Here I'm also slowly trying to add up more of the elongated wispiness of the fin so it can swirl around like the hair and kind of be like a ragged fishtail, but not really. More of like a whimsical, pretty fishtail. Since this piece is kind of cartoony illustrative, I wanted to do a nice little outline. It also helps with some of the shading. I think it helped define a lot of the features of the mermaid as well. Due to the hair being everywhere, there's a lot going on, but I felt like it was too flat. The colors just blended in together and it needed a little bit more contrast. This was when I decided to add the seaweed. I thought it'd be a fun little element for the bottom of the piece, as well as kind of have her not just in the middle of blue. I really like how they turned out. They kind of looked like little hair wisps. I loved how my mermaid was turning out, but it seemed like something was missing. The hair blended in too much with the background, so I was trying to go in with a dark blue and maybe just add a little bit of shading, some dimension, so we have that contrast. And I do think it helped, but it definitely wasn't enough. I still felt like something was missing. She needed some kind of jewelry that would be flowy in the ocean current, that would be little charms or chains she would find at the bottom of the ocean. Again, nothing intricate. I don't want your eye to be drawn away from the mermaid. I just want it to have a little bit of contrast because a lot of the colors seem to be blending too much together. Here I'm adding in the little secrets of trinkets to the ocean with a off-color blue. You know that they're in the ocean somewhere. I always like to go over my colors multiple times to make sure that everything is blended the way it needs to be and not popping out or in your face too much. At the end of each of my paintings, I always go in with my paint markers. I feel like I have the most control with them because they're closest to a pencil to me, and sometimes I'm too afraid to do those details with a tiny paintbrush. This blue really helped the hair pop out against the background. Since I already liked how it felt with the marker, I wanted to replicate my shadow line work that I normally do onto this painting. The chains were looking a little flat, so I was adding some shadow as well as highlight. This definitely helped it. I love how the blue paint marker turned out, but it was a little too harsh, so I just went over a little bit of the skin with some blue to buffer out some of those lines. It's still there, but it just is not as bad. This piece is finally finished. Let's take a look at those close-up shots. Guys, I love this piece. I'm super proud of it. Remember to check out all my links in my description, like, comment, and follow if you would like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye!